Hello everyone, Absent Friend here, and we're back with another advanced guide for Disney Villainous today, The Horned King. So grab your cauldrons and let's go check it out. Remember, thumbs up if you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and ring that bell to be alerted when new episodes are available. And here we are at the game table with the Horned King. I can't do my John Hurt impression right now. All right, so we took a little bit of a hiatus, and but we're back. Thanks for sticking around with us and understanding that sometimes real life gets in the way of some stuff. And so it's kind of difficult to sit down and make a video sometimes. So here we go. We're going to try to get a little bit more regular now. We're getting so close to 1,000 subscribers. If you guys could help me out, spread the word, share my videos, like, and if you haven't already subscribed, please do so. Once we get to 1,000 subscribers, I have a very special announcement, and we're going to expand the channel a little bit, and I hope you guys will enjoy what I have in store for you. So let's get to 1,000 subscribers so you can see what it is. All right, back to the Horned King. As far as advanced strategies go with him, he's really not that difficult. He's a lot like Maleficent, except a little bit much harder. And he's very, 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 very slow. So if you're going to play him, make sure you're not playing people against him like the Evil Queen or actually Maleficent's pretty fast herself, or any other villains that are incredibly fast and can get their goals like that. You really don't want to play them because you're not going to do well. Unless they're just really bad at playing those characters. So anyway, but he is definitely a challenge. He's definitely close to the expert, maybe even expert level. I'd say. Do not play him if you've never played this game before as your first. Go with one of the green boxers. Okay, so what do we do with him? Well, first of all, don't worry about the heroes, because there's going, if you get faded and you get heroes out there, most of the heroes are not going to bother you. Most of the heroes do stuff right away, and then they don't do anything anymore. And even what they do right away is very, very passive. There's only a couple fake cards that you have to be careful of, and I'll show you what they are when we get to that part in a minute. Okay, so as far as playing cards go, I would skip every single card in the deck. Every single card in the deck except this one. If that comes out, play it immediately. And I would say play it all the time, because for 1 power you get 3, so you get 2 free power, which is a pretty good deal if you ask me. Or if you don't have the Black Cauldron, get it. Once you claim the Black Cauldron, nothing can take it away from you. They can turn it off, but they can't remove it. So claim it as soon as possible, okay? So there's the black, or I'll keep it out. We can put it right here. How about that? Okay, so this guy, if that card doesn't come up and this one does, go ahead and play this one and get Hinwin out there. Unless he's already out there, and then, defeat another hero if you have one. If you don't, then of course, don't bother with it. But if your faders are smart, they're not going to play Hinwin unless they are stuck to play Hinwin. So you definitely want to get Hinwin out and defeat him quickly, because that can also get you the Black Cauldron. Okay? This is okay if you have lost some ancient soldiers. For example, if you've used ancient soldiers to get your Cauldron-born out, and then your Cauldron-born get discarded, and you are maybe halfway through your deck, and it's going to be a while before you get to reshuffle, this is a great card to do that with. So use this, but again, pay attention to the situation. Now, for 4 power, you can claim the Black Cauldron if the Dernwin, and I apologize, Welsh people, for these horrible pronunciations of your beautiful language. But I don't know. Discard Dernwin and claim the Black Cauldron. Okay, well, that's if the Dernwin is out. But again, if your faders are smart, they're probably not going to play it because the Dernwin's not really that great. Okay, this is why I said about your heroes. Don't worry so much about your heroes covering actions, okay? The more than likely they're going to cover this one and possibly your Vanquish and possibly your move. But whatever, it doesn't matter. Leave them out because you can get free power from them. And it's all heroes, not just each location. So if all the heroes happen to be out, you get tons of power, which you're going to need for some of these cards. Okay, so always play the captured card. Always, always, always. Okay, you always want to gain or draw many cards. Okay, let's talk about these ancient soldiers for a minute. Make sure y'all can see that. Okay, so we're gonna, as they come along, play them, and I would just put them out now and just get them there because they can't be removed. They could be moved, I think. I don't think there's anything that, whoops, sorry about that. I don't think there's any fake card that discards items. So yeah, the fair folk can forbid you from playing ancient soldiers to their location, but remember this is like Maleficent. Yeah, nothing removes items. This is like Maleficent, so let's say the fair folk get played here. You can play ancient soldiers here and then go to here, your move location, and just move them over. They can't be played at that location, but they can be moved into it. So again, that's why the heroes aren't really that powerful. All right, so when a hero does come out that needs to go away, or let's say you got an overabundance of power and you're just looking for something to do while you're waiting for the next ancient soldier to come out or whatever, go ahead and play one of your awesome allies. This is a great ally. It's a Y attacker, and they can defeat most of the heroes. Most of the heroes are strength 1 and 2. There are a couple, unless they get to Durnwin, then they're a little bit more powerful. The witches are more of a R3, and yeah, everybody else is 1 or 2. So unless they have the Durnwin, but then again, the Durnwin is how you get the Black Cauldron on your side. So yeah. Anyway, I don't know. It has its pluses and minuses. Anyway, we've already done that one. Okay. As far as the conditions go, make sure that you play a hero that plays items. For example, who plays items? Lady Tremaine plays items. Gaston does not. He only has like a couple and they're not worth playing anyway. Mother Gothel has a few items to play, but it's rare when she gets to play them. Pete has a lot of items, so use this against him, and this will allow you to play any one of your ancient soldiers for free. So again, if you're going to play the Horned King, play against somebody who uses lots of items. Captain Hook also uses a lot of items. So I think Jafar uses quite a few items. Anyway, try not to play anyone who doesn't use items, no, she has items. So yeah, Gaston is the only one that's coming to mind. Madame Mim, she doesn't, I don't think she has any items in her deck. So, but anyway, okay, there's another ancient soldier, another ally we don't need to worry about. And of course, as soon as you get the Black Cauldron, play this card and flip it over. Go ahead and get it to its power, the Black Cauldron side, as soon as possible. It has no negative effect. Now, yes, there are fake cards that can flip it back, but you know, I would say, and the biggest strategy I'm going to say is to get. I'd say there's not much left. Oh yeah, this guy is really good for using against vanquishing weaker heroes, and he would never leave the board. So anyway, use him to your advantage. Okay, so there's 5 or 6 ancient soldiers. There's only 5. Okay, so anyway, I like to get them all out in place before I start getting Cauldronborn, because once the Cauldronborn starts coming, if they get dismissed, then you're kind of up the creek. So keep that other ancient soldier in your hand as much as possible. This is what I'm talking about, it being slow. Now, some people might disagree with me and say, you know, start getting those Cauldronborn out as soon as possible, and they may be right. They can vanquish every hero on the deck, and or every hero on the realm, and they cannot be discarded. So I can see the point, but I don't know. I can see both sides of that. So if you want to speed up the Horned King a little bit, then yeah, go ahead and start getting those ancient soldiers, or excuse me, the Cauldronborn out as quickly as possible. But I like this way just because once you start going, it's hard to stop. Okay? All right. So we're at this point, and let's say we want to do one of our or let me show you a little combo that you can do here. Let's say you get Henwin, right? And let's say he's here. Okay. And let's say we don't have the Cauldron yet. And let's say we brought out, looking for a cheap ally that can defeat him. Okay, this will work. Okay, so let's say you got them. And then you go to wherever you want to go to vanquish them. It doesn't matter. You can go here and vanquish them, or you can go here and vanquish them. I'm just going to stay right there. So I vanquish him. Then I find the Black Cauldron. Then I can pay a card. Play the flip the Black Cauldron to the power side. And then these guys are gone. And then I can start doing stuff, okay? So that's all in one turn. You get the Cauldron and you turn it over. So, yeah. That's really it as far as combos go with him. Everything else after that is going to be, you know, just before you start your turn. Oh, I wish they were flip side. That would make this a little bit more interesting if they were flip-sided cards, but that's okay. Alright, so, yeah, you got to pay your 2 power and get your Cauldron born. And it doesn't really matter. Maybe start in the middle, I would say, actually might be better to start right here in the middle. And again, they can take out pretty much anybody. So, use them for your... Once you start getting Cauldron born, just use them for your vanquishes. And then the next turn to the next one, and so on and so forth. Once you have 4 in each location, you do not have to start your turn. As soon as the 4th one appears... Well, I guess you do have to start your turn. So you really have to start your turn with 3 and able to play the 4th one. But still, you win. So, there's really not much more to say about that guy, or this guy. He only has that one condition, and that's the only moments away from victory. So again, if you want to play your Ancient Soldiers for free, because they are expensive, that's what you need to do. Okay? Alright, let's jump over to the Fate side and see what you can do to kind of stop him. I will say it's not easy once he gets going. Alright, so, of course, play the Fair Folk any place you can. This is always really good to play because if he has Cauldron Born or Ancient Soldiers in his hand, he has to get rid of them. So I would always play that card over all the rest of them, because even though he might have a horrible hand, it doesn't matter. You never know. Roll the dice. Okay. Of course, you have to have a lot of heroes in his location to get that strength boost. She boosts everybody else, so if it's between the 2 of them, I would play her before I play him. Of course, the Dernwin, we saw what it does. We talked about it. Oh, this guy. Okay, so this guy lets you pretty much redo the fate that you got. Let's say you got a crappy fate, and you got this. Just reshuffle and draw again. So that's fun. This is really good to play. I mean, all these heroes are really good to play, but like I said, once they're out, with the exception of these 2, well, these 3, I guess. Once they're out, they've done everything that they're going to do. All right, so Fluter Flam, he's good, especially if you have Cauldron. If you have a lot of Cauldron Born, let's say you have 2 or 3, he can move them all to his location. So I would play him on this side or that side and move all those Cauldron Born all down there, and they don't get reset if he gets defeated. So once he's done his thing, he's just blocking locations or blocking actions. So definitely use him to move Cauldron Born out of the way. Hopefully it won't come out too early. However, if he does, you can play that to get him back and play him. If he starts moving him back, just get him and play him again. If you're smart, back to the Horn King players, try not to defeat him, because him coming out multiple times is going to be devastating, and they're going to be looking for him. So I wouldn't do that. And then here's the dog monkey thing, whatever it is. Oh yeah, he just goes right back in the Fate deck. So that's not so bad. It does shuffle the Fate deck, which can be good or bad. Has both sides. Okay, this is the card I was talking about. Let me move these heroes. Okay, so as I said, the heroes are kind of 6 to 1, half dozen the other. Your best ones are the Princess and Fluter Flam if it's a chance to. I mean, these guys are okay just to kind of throw a wrench into things, but it don't last long. All right, this one. This is the one you're searching for, faders. When you're playing against the Horn King and he starts getting Cauldronborn, I would pretty much be fading him every turn you can to get this to come out. Because once he flips that card back over, the Cauldronborn disappear. Because if there are any Cauldronborn at the start of your turn, they're discarded. And he has to reshuffle his deck to get them back. So that's the most devastating card in the Horn King's Fade deck, maybe even in the entire game, I think, because it really has to make them start over. Unless he has another flip card. So once you've flipped it and you get that second flip card, maybe you ought to keep that in you're still going to lose at least one Cauldronborn. So anyway, there you have it, folks. That's the Horn King. That's the best strategies I can think of for him to play. But if you guys can think of any, please leave them in the comments. I love reading your strategies. A lot of them I've read are really, really good, and I've tried some of them, and they're very handy. So I love reading your strategies. Let me see them. Okay, so anyway, that's it for the Horn King. Thank you so much for checking this out, and hopefully we'll get to those 1,000 subscribers soon. So be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Ring the bell so you can get notified, and we'll see you next time. Until then, this is your absent friend signing off.